And they are doing this purposefully to try to discourage people who they feel might vote for him, so that they can maintain a GOP control of the Senate. I'm just talking about what they're doing, people. I'm not, trying to be partisan at all. I'm just telling you their own partisan motives for why they are attacking this one group so viciously. 3 different cities, they raided their offices.
Barbara?
Then they went to people's homes with guns drawn out.
Barbara, I'm Jesse Jackson Jr. You're listening to the Jesse Jackson Jr. Show on KBLA Talk 1580. It's our 5th anniversary. We'll see you at the Beehive. More with Barbara Arnwine when we come forward in just a moment.
It's afternoon drive time with Jesse Jackson Jr. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. New York City officials are preparing for big crowds in Lower Manhattan Thursday as fans celebrate the Knicks' first NBA title in more than 50 years.
It may well be the largest parade in New York City history.
Mayor Zarem Mamdani says a huge number of fans are expected to turn out. The parade starts at 10 a.m. near Battery Park, travels up Broadway, and ends with a ceremony at City Hall. President Trump is calling for the impeachment of Rhode Island Senator Jack Reed after Reed criticized his Iran policy on Fox News Sunday. Reed said the U.S. is in a weaker position than it was under President Obama's Iran nuclear deal. Trump responded on Truth Social by insulting Reed, accusing him of being wrong, and ending the post with, quote, "impeach Jack Reed," end quote. And Serena and Venus Williams are reuniting for women's doubles at Wimbledon after receiving a wild card invitation. The sisters have not played together at the All England Club since 2016. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Wild Rivers is now open daily with over 25 slides and attractions for thrill seekers and lazy river chillers. Visit wildrivers.com for great values on season passes and daily tickets. That's wildrivers.com. Wild Rivers, where there's sun and fun for everyone.
Is this the time? This is the KBLA Sports Minute with Ray Richardson.
When Serena Williams announced her comeback 2 weeks ago to play doubles at the HSBC Championships in London, a lot of folks were hoping that she would eventually reunite with her sister Venus. Well, it's going to happen. Venus and Serena have accepted wildcard invitations to play doubles together at this year's Wimbledon. The Compton sisters are teaming up for the first time since the U.S. Open in 2022. Venus is 46, Serena is 44. They won 14 Grand Slam doubles titles together, 6 of them at Wimbledon. Venus and Serena have had a lot of success at the All England Club in London. Serena has 7 singles titles at Wimbledon, Venus 5. Venus and Serena have a combined 18 championships at Wimbledon. Ticket sales in London are expected to jump with the news of the Williams sisters making their return. First day of competition at Wimbledon is June 29th. No debates, no speculation, just the info you need. That's your KBLA Sports Minute. I'm Ray Richardson. More news, opinions, and conversation when we come forward on KBLA Talk 1580.
We love America in spite of, not because of. And that's the deepest kind of love. This is KBLA Talk 1580.
We've got a lot to talk about.
Hi, I'm Zoe Williams, a.k.a. the Voice of Reason, encouraging you to join me weekdays from 7 to 9 p.m. for the world's most intriguing relationship radio roundtable. Every night, I facilitate and encourage our loyal listeners to participate in the most engaging relationship discussions you'll hear anywhere. So make it a point to rendezvous with me, Zoe Williams, the Voice of Reason, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Trust me, your relationships will never be the same. The VOR is on fire tonight.
Unapologetically progressive. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got your black.
All I need is one mic.
With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavish Smiley. We continue our look at what is happening and what is not happening along the Destination Crenshaw corridor. Last time we talked about the promises made to this community. Today we talk about the reality on the ground, and it is not pretty. Let's start with something as basic as a visit to the vet. Customers of the local veterinary clinic right next door to this studio are forced to park blocks away and carry their sick and injured animals through conditions that no pet owner or sick animal should have to endure. Why? Because the construction has blocked access to the vet's parking lot for years now. The vet is losing clients, the vet is losing revenue, and frankly, who can blame these customers for not coming back? This is but one example of a small Black-owned business being quietly strangled, and nobody at City Hall seems to notice or care. And the conditions along this corridor, they are not just an eyesore, they are a health hazard. Unsanitary conditions and repeated health code violations are doing exactly what you would expect, inviting vermin into our neighborhood. Rodents, pests, the kind of infestation that does not stay in one place. It spreads into homes, into restaurants, into our daily lives for years now. Then there is this. The houseless are finding refuge in the construction cubbyholes and unfinished spaces left wide open along this project. These are precious human beings, to be sure, in desperate situations. But this is also a safety and liability crisis that the city created and has yet to address for years now. In our prior editorial, trying to save some space for Grace, we did not call his name. But after a full week of running the editorial hourly, highlighting the myriad delays, business losses, health violations, safety concerns, and more, we have heard absolutely nothing from City Council President Marquise Harris Dawson. Nothing. Not a word. The council member who represents this district has gone silent. You see why we call this project procrastination, Crenshaw? And so I repeat, Crenshaw deserves better. With a KBLA Talk 1580 editorial, I'm Tavis Smiley. As always, we welcome your feedback.
You're listening to Jesse Jackson Jr. on KBLA Talk 1580.
The Jesse Jackson Jr. Show. 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 King Quality, drop the beat. Come on and talk with me. Come on and listen to me. Come on and talk with me. Come on and listen to me. KBLA Talk 1580. Download the app.
I'm Jesse Jackson Jr. Barbara Arnwine was born in Southern California and graduated from Scripps College and Duke University School of Law. Barbara, welcome forward to the Jesse Jackson Jr. Show on KBLA Talk 1580. And
great to be here.
Barbara Arnwine. Barbara, how can we support your work?
You can go to tjcoalition.org. tjcoalition.org.
Barbara, what are we doing next? Are we No King's March? Are we? I know we're marching to the polls today. What are we doing next?
No, we're getting down. Folks, now you need to be going to blackpowerwarroom.com. And because we're getting down, we're not playing. On today, right now, there was an all-day prayer vigil protest. They walked around the state capital of Georgia like they were walking around Jericho.
Not around Jericho, not 7 times.
I mean, the NAACP and clergy from throughout Georgia descended upon the Georgia Capitol because those rascals are going into special session tomorrow, folks, to undo Black and Latino districts. They are targeting 2 majority Black districts, 26 state districts that includes Latino districts. They are after our power. They are determined to send us back. And wait a minute, you heard what I said. It was a special session. Do everybody know what this week is? What's June 19th? Juneteenth.
Juneteenth.
They chose to do this. Chose to do it on Juneteenth. Chose to say, the heck, Black folks, with your freedom. Forget about it. We're taking you back. This is after Kemp kept telling everyone, after the KBLA case came out, said there's no need for Georgia to redistrict. In fact, he said repeatedly for weeks, Georgia won't redistrict. And then all of a sudden, here's this rush to redistrict. What changed in the calculus? Something happened. Who made whom a promise? What happened, folks? Because this is outrageous, and the Black folks and the Latino folks in Georgia are enraged, and they ought to be. So tomorrow, there will be major demonstrations in Georgia, at the state capitol, major demonstrations. There will be major demonstrations on the 18th, the 17th, and the 18th. Be sure, people, be sure to do everything that you can. If you got family in Georgia, you tell them to get down there. If you are in Georgia, you get down there.
Barbara, once you change the lines in any contiguous congressional district or state representative or state senatorial district in a given state, it impacts the lines of every district across the state because of reapportionment. Exactly. My question for you is, the two Black districts that they seek to eliminate in the state of Georgia after Mr. Kemp's recantment of his commitment not to do so.
You heard me.
Who are the primary targets of that?
The primary targets are Black folks.
Well, I mean, congressionally, is that John Lewis's district? Is it the district of our mutual friend whose name escapes me right now?
Stanford is not
Stanford Bishop.
No, it's not Bishop.
It's not Bishop District. Okay.
I think it's the old Davis district, and but I can't really answer that in specifics. But I can answer it next time. But okay. I can't answer it on it specifically which two districts it is. But
the late David Scott's district?
Yes, that was what I was saying.
Okay, the late David Scott's district.
Right. That's what I think is one of them. But in any event, folks, it's ugly. Because they're going to pack, crack, and destroy Black political and Black and Latino political power. And
it's just a matter of time when you do that Senator Warnock, without the concentration of Blacks, knowing that their vote can create a congressman or a state senator or state legislature, somehow you give up on the idea that the collective vote can win a senatorial seat. Well, and so it becomes more difficult to encourage people to get out and vote.
Well, it's going to make people be more, attentive to that senatorial seat, I would hope. But one of the things that I want people to know is that this is Freedom Summer, right? We're back to 1965. In 2026, we're back to 1965. So this is Freedom Summer. And we're going to have, events all over the country. And it's just critical for people to keep their eyes open. And the big one I'm working on, and that is July the 17th through the 19th, the weekend of action for Good Trouble Lives On. We have, guess who are our partners in Good Trouble Lives On? You ready?
I'm ready. We're ready.
It's called Movement Conversions. No kings.
Fantastic. They accept now the agenda that you've been articulating on our side of town.
They're going to be part of Good Trouble Lives On. We also have the Mayday Strong, the union movements, who have joined Good Trouble Lives On. We also have Freedom Summer, All Roads Lead to the South, as a partner. We are doing severe movement conversions to make sure that we collectively come together and use our resources to be stronger, to make a difference, because the attack that we're under is unprecedented. When you go to people's homes with guns drawn out, when you interrogate children with no lawyers present, with no parents present, when you do this madness, you are hell-bent on trying to rig an election the best way you can so that you can win and dominate and have your political power be the only thing that counts. Folks, read the article. There's a new article out about the 88 corporations that paid not one dime. Did you hear me? 88 multinational huge corporations worth billions and trillions of dollars did not pay one dime in taxes. And it's all about what they've done to consolidate their hold over Congress and about the 1,500 plus lobbyists that they send up on that hill every day. It's about how many billions of tax benefits they've gotten from this Congress, about all the tax evasion that this Congress has served them. Folks, outrageous.
I'm Jesse Jackson Jr., listening to the Jesse Jackson Jr. Show. We're on the grind with Barbara Arnwine. More we come forward right here on KBLA Talk 1580.
While you're stuck in traffic, we can at least bring you up to speed on the news of the day. You're listening to Jesse Jackson Jr. only on KBLA Talk 1580.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately. Broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
I thought those were good for me.
What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements.
Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
For adults with Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms, every choice matters. Tremfya offers self-injection or intravenous infusion from the start. Tremfya is administered as injections under the skin or infusions through a vein every 4 weeks, followed by injections under the skin every 4 or 8 weeks. If your doctor decides that you can self-inject Tremfya, proper training is required. Tremfya is a prescription medicine used to treat adults with moderately to severely active Crohn's disease and adults with moderately to severely active ulcerative colitis. Serious allergic reactions, increased risk of infections or lower ability to fight them, and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or need a vaccine. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya today. Call 1-800-526-7736 to learn more or visit tremfyaradio.com.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. 10 Toes In serves as a mentorship and domestic violence prevention program. They support, educate, and empower couples during and after incarceration. They assist male returning citizens to re-enter society successfully and to help them maintain a healthy relationship with their romantic partner. They offer a mentorship support group for formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In teaches its Intimate Relationships 101 curriculum at male prisons throughout the state of California. They host sister support group meetings for women who are intimately involved with incarcerated and formerly incarcerated men. 10 Toes In is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. To access their services or make a donation, please visit them online at 10toesin.org or find them on Facebook or Instagram. They are healing lives through relationships. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
My mom has decided to learn to paint, and she's good.
My dad's now into creative cuisine, and I've already put on 6 pounds.
Learning new things comes with age.
My mom, she started forgetting my name and what we're talking about.
Forgetting well-known things doesn't. Memory loss may be a sign of Alzheimer's disease. Early detection gives you and your loved one time to plan for the future. Learn the warning signs of Alzheimer's at 10signs.org. Brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Knock, knock, Capital One Bank guy.
Wow, Charles Barkley?
I just moved into the neighborhood. Can I borrow some Wi-Fi?
Sure, Chuck. That's what the Capital One Cafe is here for. Open 7 days a week.
Oh, can I use your ATM? My dog walker only takes cash.
Anything for a neighbor.
Can I try the catchphrase?
Sure. Take it for a spin.
There's no fees and minimums on Capital One checking accounts.
Nice, Chuck. I'll take it from here. Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Visit CapitalOne.com/bankguide for details. Capital One, NA, member FDIC.
Now back to more of Jesse Jackson Jr. on KBLA Talk 1580.
The Jesse Jackson Jr. Show. 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 King Volley, drop the beat. Come on and talk with me. Come on and listen to me. Come on and talk with me. Come on and listen to me. KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Jesse Jackson Jr. Welcome forward to the Jesse Jackson Jr. Show on KBLA Talk 1580. We are on the grind with Barbara Arnwine. She is our most tenacious guest and regular contributor on Tenacious Tuesday. Barbara, you're the hardest working woman in radio and maybe the hardest working woman in civil and human rights. Barbara Arnwine, welcome forward to the show.
I am happy to be here, and I have the answer for you about which 2 congressional districts.
All right, fantastic. Let's do that because it is on the question of representation, and I do have a conversation and a question for you after you share with us those 2 districts.
The first district is the 2nd congressional district, and it's held apparently, and I was wrong earlier. It's held by Sanford Bishop. The second one under attack is the 13th district, and it is held. Oh wow, that looks like the old John Lewis district. That would be. Oh no. This is the David Scott district.
It's the David Scott district.
Yes,
wow.
This is the one I thought.
Okay, so on this question of representation, and this is our final segment, and of course, you know I'm leaving you 3 minutes for your word of hope at the end.
Yes.
Barbara, we began escalating this question of representation in the southern states under the leadership of the NAACP, who called on our athletes to get the undivided attention of the Southeastern Conference and other conferences on this question. Now we have Georgia in real time. We have in that state the University of Georgia, Georgia Tech, Georgia State, and so forth and so on. Is there any report or feedback on the impact of the call? And we heard from many of the student athletes on the call to join us in this fight for representation.
Nothing. And, and I think people are beginning to turn their attention to where it should be on who are these corporate actors that people should be targeting. And I think you're going to hear more from me and others about that in the future. One thing I really do want to say to everybody listening, we bring a lot of hard news, to you. And it's not to discourage you at all. In fact, we want to encourage you that this means that you have your own power that you can bring in this moment, that you are able to make the difference in this moment. That's why I said, go to handsoffohio.org. That's why I say, become part of John Lewis Good Trouble Lives On. We already have some events in California. Let's get a whole state map lit up with events in every city. We already have events in Illinois. Let's get every city lit up. Across the country, every township, every city, every parish. Let's light them up with events. So on the first day, that the 17th, the actual death date of John Lewis, we're going to have teach. And we're going to be teaching people what their rights are and how to protect their vote. The second day, and we're going to have candlelight vigils in his honor. The second day, we're going to have events all over the country again. And this time we're going to be doing massive voter registration as the focus. Now we're going to do voter registration that Friday also, but the big focus of Saturday is voter registration. Just what they don't want is what we need.
Absolutely.
So we're going to be driving it. And then on the third day, we're doing preach. We're saying to the interfaith community, show up. If you're an imam, bring your mosque members. If you are, make sure that whenever you hold your services, no matter if you're Buddhist, no matter if you're a black church, if you're a white church, whatever, we want you to make sure that you have 100% registration of your members. And I should point out that on the 18th, we're going to be tearing it up, having a good time, teaching, preaching, and doing all of this in Georgia. We're going to be in Atlanta for our flagship event. And so that afternoon, we're inviting everybody to join us on the streets of Atlanta for our flagship event. And on that Sunday, the 19th, when we do the preach day, we're going to also have a national broadcast. So people who can't get to their churches, don't have a religious home, and are looking to just have a great time connecting with all the faiths, we're going to have a huge interfaith service.
Fantastic. Barbara, listen, I do have a question just before your word of hope. Barbara, how do you sustain the energy, the focus, the drive, the resilience to do what you do? Please give us that energy boost and share with us. How do you do that? Is that tied to your faith?
Yes, very much so. I know I serve a good God, and I know that the God I serve is a God of justice, because he tells us that repeatedly, who he is. And he says, I am a God of justice. And I believe that. I believe humankind can do evil, but I believe that everything that God does is for our good. And that if we can walk in that faith, if we can walk in that intentionality of good, that we can make the difference. And I am so glad that in this earth, there are so many people who have the same belief, the same heart towards good. They may not even have a religion per se, but they have that spiritual center within that says, do good, make a difference, make it the world better. I believe in that.
Barbara, thank you for that word of encouragement. About 1 minute and 30 seconds for your national word of hope.
My national word of hope is, folks, we see what they're doing. We start this show talking about the evil, wicked comments about Michelle Obama. But you know what? That presidential library is going to open up.
Amen.
And people are going to be going there and seeing those beautiful pictures, the library, everything. They can't stop that. They can hate all they want to, but hate has no real lasting power in this world. There have been people who have been at each other's throats for centuries. We read about them in the Bible now, and those groups don't even exist anymore. They don't exist by those names anymore. So it's just a reminder to you that what does exist is all the hope and all the belief in human dignity that so many have fostered in this world. Don't ever give up on good. Don't ever give up on yourself. Don't ever give up on humanity. We can make it through.
Barbara, we love you over here at KBLA Talk 1580.
Well, thank you so much. I was so happy to be in Chicago last week and to see everybody at the Rainbow Push Coalition and to just get hugged on, to see your beautiful mom and to see so many great folks and just to give all kind of hugs and shout outs. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Love you so much. I'm Jesse Jackson Jr. You've been listening to the Jesse Jackson Jr. Show. We are celebrating the 5th anniversary of KBLA. Looking forward to seeing everyone at the Beehive this coming Friday. I'm on my way to Los Angeles. I'll be there tomorrow. I'm Jesse Jackson on KBLA Talk 1580 when we come forward.
KBLA 1580 Santa Monica.